lot of nat 20s last episode.
It was awesome. It was because we got all of our twos out of the way
Yes.
in the
Yeah.
session before
Yes.
that.
Thank goodness we did.
Yeah. We're going to use them later, the
I
later end of the
definitely
campaign.
visualize like a Death Eater when you say the mist. I know they're not mist, but I envision that kind of
It's
thing.
not dissimilar from that. I mean, she's got like the long kind of cape dragging behind her. She's got like the hand out. It's kind of bony and skeletal.
Ugh.
Just to recap about her appearance, she doesn't look to be in great shape. She's got like a big old wound right over where her heart should be and stuff.
She needs to work on her skincare.
Really needs to work on it. Needs some vitamin E to like cover
Come on,
up, repair that scar
undead ghost
tissue.
lady. Why
Get
aren't
on
you
it.
using your red light mask every day?
Beauty standards are so tough for women, even when you're dead. You have to like make sure you're
Even when you're
hitting
dead,
the vitamins. Ugh.
Gotta like
We
save
still
your
got so much
ectoplasm, make it
Ectoplasm.
moisturizing. But the party made the decision to stand firm and allow the mist to envelop them, trusting that this ghost that they had communicated with was not attempting to hurt them. And so that's what happened. The three of them, they held hands and they were engulfed by this mist.
Said YOLO.
We said
yes.
YOLO.
I love that we stood together, three strong women choosing to face this fear together because we are stronger together. That's what I think.
Low-key, that's literally exactly what I kind of hoped and imagined would happen in my head as like the cinematic play out of this scene. Like, I hope they all hold hands and just wait.
And like the wind is just like, beating against us and our hair is flying back and then, yeah.
Yeah.
Your guys' hair is flying
Not
back.
orbs.
Sure.
But your hair is flying back into my face.
Yes,
It's like
you're being, it looks like
I'm
you
still
also have hair.
experiencing the impact.
Yeah. Yes, like in Ghostbusters, Johnny, you're right.
Exactly. So, jumping back in, the three of you are aware of only a few things. Your hands around each other's fingers, and just the swirling grayish white in front of you, and yourselves. Until you're not aware of those things anymore. The sensation of your friend's hands disappears from yours. You begin to kind of... There's a couple stilting moments where you remember, like, wait, what was I doing? Who's I? You start to kind of like lose information a little bit. Orb.
Oh no, don't make me go first. Just kidding. What? Orb, what do you want
That's my
to do?
favorite. So, whoops, did I just mute this? Wait, can someone talk?
Hello.
Oh no, I muted it. Sorry, hang on. Did I fix it?
Hello.
Perfect.
Hello.
Okay, we're good. I've
Because
had these.
we were hit by the mist.
Yeah,
We're going in and out of.
can't like hear anything anymore. Hey Blaze, welcome in. So Orb.
Blaze.
Blaze the wolf dog. What up?
Hi,
Come
Blaze,
in.
wolf dog.
There's no more mission. And this is more just context for you. There's no orb in this moment. There's just like kind of a
Sounds
floating consciousness hanging in
I'm
this
just like-
air.
I meditated today. That sounds great.
We're ascending, you know?
Okay.
We're just vibing on a higher frequency. Until after some time passes, you don't know how much, the swirling mist that has kind of surrounded you begins to take shape, slowly at first, and then kind of all at once. You actually find yourself peering into a mirror at what you think you kind of come to realize is yourself. The person that you see staring back at you has this long kind of silver hair that cascades down your back. There's a red cape that hangs from your shoulders and kind of sweeps the floor behind you.
Love it. Loving the visual.
The face of the ghost that stared down Orb the illusionist in another lifetime now stares back at you. Her lips are kind of tightened in like a half anxious, half excited, like little smile.
Oh no.
And you become acutely aware that today is the day of the birth of your first grandson. And you've been kind of waiting in this corridor, just kind of like pacing nervously, listening to your daughter-in-law upstairs. Those sounds have now faded and you think it's almost time. Is there anything that you want to do right now?
Oh, snap. Happy birthday.
Bert.
What's that mouse? Cinderella, or is that fat mouse? He's my favorite. Gus.
Yeah.
He's like,
Gus, Gus.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Gus, Gus.
um,
Oh my gosh.
oh my goodness. It's funny, as you were doing it, like there's so much wind. You probably can't hear it, but I just like
Yes.
it's an outsider just like I was like, I feel like I'm in
Yes.
the dogwood. Okay, am I able to talk to my chicas, or am I like in another realm? I can't even ask for what they think I should do.
You are alone in this moment.
Oh,
The only thing that
I
you
definitely
have to kind of draw on right now is just the knowledge of who you are, that your grandson is about to be born, maybe is already. You're kind of waiting to be fetched. But you have kind of a quiet moment to yourself in this room alone.
okay. I definitely thought of the Spice Girls song when you were talking, like, 'cause tonight is the night with you. Even though they're definitely talking about sex, and I'm not going to become, but with a ghost. Can I look around the room at all
Certainly.
and see if I find anything that tells me more about who I am in this situation?
Absolutely. So first of all, looking in the mirror, you recognize yourself. You are Lady Ulissa von Brecht. That is your name.
Wait. Oh my God, is that the main chick that got lost, that was like the master of what's his name's? I think so. Right?
Well, there's the Von Brecht house. Is
Yeah, so there's the Von Brecht estate.
The Von Brecht estate, I should say, that we're going to go see.
Yeah. Dietrich was the name of the master of the house. And I think the lady...
That's his wife, right, lady?
No. The lady of the house was...
Lady
I
of the
don't
house.
recall her name.
Master of the house.
Master of the house.
Master of the house.
Your voice was
Alania.
perfect. Alania.
Alania was her name. You did hear Ulissa referenced as being Dietrich's grandmother by Bernard, as sort of the
Dietrich is
founder
the
of the
main
estate.
dude? The main dude?
Dietrich was Ulissa's grandson. Bernard was the intendant of the Von Brecht estate who you spoke with. And Bernard
Okay,
was the one who kind of
The dude
relayed all
that
this to
hired
you.
Bernard is my grandson that's about to be born.
Yes.
Holy.
Is it confusing enough? I
went
could
far
make it
back.
more confusing.
No. I just needed to make sure I was straight about it.
So Bernardo is your grandson?
Dietrich is your grandson. Bernard
No,
is an
Bernardo
employee
is
of the house.
You're just so obsessed with Bernardo.
Well, I was worried because we hit on him earlier.
It would
not
make it a
like-
little awkward.
We're like all related, and there's like some orgy or something. I don't think you need to be worried.
Well,
Our
I
family
kind
tree
of
is a
pictured that
stick.
you hit on him a little bit too. That's all.
I definitely didn't. You and Rebecca
Oh.
were very thirsty for Bernardo, and I was like, you guys, let's get. You hit on your grandson. You didn't even know.
It's all Back to the Future.
It's all Back to the Future. How many Back to the Future? I feel like I can't have this hat on anymore. It's too hot, and I might need to just do my little.
Yeah.
Okay.
The room that you're in,
So-
just to give you like a description as you look around, is kind of like a barren-ish, like but very nicely constructed, like stone kind of receiving room. There's like a set of stairs up to the side.
And I can't look for anything hidden. no?
Go ahead and make a wisdom check and just tell me the result that's on the D20.
Okay.
Actually, you can add a +4 to that.
I got 11, so 15.
Beautiful. And you're looking for stuff that's kind of hidden around here.
hidden anything important that I need to know about myself or this moment? I'm just
Yeah.
still a little like, what?
Casting
Where
your
am I?
consciousness out, you don't see it just from the current room that you're in, but you are aware of a secret entrance into like the basement of this manor. You're just aware that it exists. And it's through a grate that is kind of like outside and in the side yard of the manor. It's a grate that like lifts up and you can go down it. And that's like the only secret entrance into or out of the manor. Aside
But I
from
can't
that,
count it now because I have to wait for my grandson, like a good little woman back in the day.
I suppose I'll waiting on the men here.
Is
The
it
other
back in the
thing,
day or is it in the future, Carly?
Either way.
What do you?
but
Oh
when do we
my
go back to the
God.
present?
I
And
don't
where is
know.
that?
That's what I'm saying. I
Oh,
don't know.
back in the I. Okay, now we can't get Christopher Nolan on this, you guys. I'm saying we gotta stick with our guns. We can't start doing weird timelines. Should I get a
Timey-wimey
piece of
stuff.
paper and shove a pen through it and be like, "This is
Time is weird soup.
okay."
The other thing that you're aware of that's hidden is in your bedroom. You have a lockbox that has a red magical thread in it. You've never known what it is, but you know that it exists.
Can I go get this thread? I feel like I might need it to become a grandmother.
You can if you wish to, yeah.
Yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah, following that impulse, you kind of go across the grand foyer, up another set of stairs, and up to your room. You retrieve the lockbox. Inside is a thread. It's about this long. It hums with an energy that is impossibly powerful,
Okay.
and which you have never been able to identify the root behind. It's interesting that you've thought of it because you haven't like thought of this thread in so long because it's magical and it's very weird, but it is just like a piece of thread, so it's kind of been collecting dust in that lockbox in your room.
Ooh, I have a piece of thread. It's right here. I'm gonna grab it so I have something to hold.
Prop work.
Yes.
Yes.
Ah! This is actually from the NDA thing. Do you remember this, lady? We found this somewhere and I tied it around my neck. Anyway, whatever. I'll talk to you guys about it.
I don't remember that. Just
Don't you
text
love
us.
that I kept it as a little thing? You guys are like, what the hell is that? Okay, I have the thread.
Yeah. So you don't know what it does, but you have it. Do you just like put it in your pocket?
Can I use it?
To what would you like to try to do?
Broke the NDA. I know. I almost accidentally said when we were. Can I use it?
What would you like to try to do? All that you know about this thing is that it contains a lot of magic, but you've never really known what it is or what it's for. You can try to decipher more in this moment if you want to.
Can I try to decipher more in this moment? That's what I want to do.
Yeah, go ahead and make an intelligence check, and you can add a +2 to that.
Okay. I got a 13.
Ooh, okay.
Is that enough intelligence for the?
You kind of stare at it and kind of turn it over in your fingers a little bit. It could be dental floss in a pinch. Nothing really.
Look at like the biggest gaps between your teeth.
Nothing comes to you in this moment for like how to use it or what it might be for.
I'm gonna tuck it away in my pocket for a rainy day.
For sure. You at this point you hear some calling down in the grand foyer, like, "My lady, it's time."
Okay, fine. I don't know why I'm so angry about my son, my grandson being born.
This insolent boy.
That boy keeping me from my magical thread.
The baby's coming. The baby's coming.
But yeah, do you just kind of go up to where you know that your son has been born, or do you want to make any other like stops along the way?
Wait, is it my son or my grandson?
Or excuse me, your grandson.
Any other stops? can I see if I notice anything suspicious or magical around me before I
Yeah,
go to this bouncing baby boy?
definitely. What would you like to use to accomplish that? Which attribute?
Um. Oh yeah, I'm not orb anymore. Dang it!
Hee hee hee
I
hee
want to
hee.
use spells. I'm just some lady. Hey,
Wisdom and dexterity are your prime, if that makes a difference for you.
wisdom and dexterity. Hey, anybody in the chat, what do you guys think I should do with wisdom or dexterity? What if your disdain for your grandson is why we're all here in the first place? Maybe the real power here is the power of love.
You're here to
It's
stop
all
the
power
cycle.
Love, love.
You're here to break the time loop.
Dexterity. Can I use my dexterity to be dexterous?
Sure. How do you use it?
Just to maneuver around and see if anything catches my eye.
Certainly. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Okay. Oh my god. I got a 10. I didn't roll another thing because it fell out of my hand, but I still got a 10.
That's pretty good. You do walk around kind of fairly quietly. Your steps are trained and adept, and you don't make a lot of noise. You don't see anything that feels amiss. Generally, everyone who's kind of here are like servants of your household that you yourself have hired or had brought here. Everyone seems very excited about the birth of your grandson today.
I was excited about babies.
Babies. But yeah, as
Oh yeah. What?
So do you do anything before you like walk up into the room and stuff? Or is there anything else you wish to seek?
I feel like I know this sounds really dramatic, but I'm just trying to keep things interesting. I want to get a weapon. I feel like I should have a weapon on me as well as some thread. You don't know what's gonna happen in the birthing room. We don't know.
There is actually, so as you're kind of stepping back through this foyer, there's like an armor piece that has like a shield and 2 swords across it. You could easily take like one of those swords off the wall. Aside from that, there's not a lot of. Okay.
I got the sword and a string. I'm spinning on a rainbow.
Beautiful.
Check your pockets. Maybe you're carrying a gift for the newborn. Oh, can I also check my pockets after I get the sword?
Yeah. What would be in your pockets? That's a good one. I think definitely
keeping you on your toes, Castle Keeper.
Improvising. How can I be expected to improvise?
They're keeping you on your toes.
You for sure have 3 to 4 like breath mints, or like little
like
candies.
A real grandmother.
Yeah.
And a couple tissues that we're not sure if they're used or not. That's what my grandmother always had in her pocket.
Oh my god. A few just loose mung beans.
Okay. Any of you kids want a mung bean?
They're nutritious.
One gold.
And you know what? Let's say, like, do you think that you, Ulissa, would have prepared a gift for your grandson?
Yeah, totally.
What would you have prepared? That's what you have. Keeping you on your toes.
I prepared a little bib that I embroidered that says "Man of the House."
Beautiful. Incredible.
A single Werther's original. Those are my dad's favorite.
2 Werther's jokes. I love it.
Werther's are great. It's not very Werther's original of them. But you make your way up the stairs, and as you're kind of like entering this room, 2 people are exiting. One you recognize as the doula, the other you recognize as a house servant. The house servant is kind of blonde and slim. He's wearing spectacles. And he kind of like gives you an excited kind of like, it looks like he's helping her. I love how
they're excited about the servant. They're not even there. They're like, ooh, blonde and slim.
Wow. And they're kind of carrying out
going
some,
to
like,
go
sheets.
get more rags and water, hot water. That's what they always do in the movies.
Something like, yeah.
Quick, tear up some sheets.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this
But in the room further, as you kind of enter and they squeeze past you, this room is beautiful. This is kind of the master suite, which you had allowed your son and his wife to move into, vacating that room yourself and taking a more
How
humble
nice
room.
I am. How
Yes.
generous.
For the next, leading kind of family of the Von Brecht manor. Your daughter-in-law, Anna, is in the bed. She's covered in sweat, and a newborn baby is against her chest. Your son, Christoph, kneels next to her. He has tears in his eyes. One wall is kind of just all open windows with curtains kind of blowing softly into the room as this autumn breeze kind of sweeps in, freshening the air a little bit for everyone. And your
We're so
son,
beautiful.
Christoph, he sees you and he kind of just, eyes full of tears, like beckons to you to come and says
Okay.
out, like, come meet him.
Mama, Mom, come
So-
to me, Mom.
Is there anything that you say to him or anything that you wish to do?
I want to go to him and take his hand in my hand and say, congratulations, my young chap. I don't know why I want to feel British all of a sudden.
She can be British. She's a little bit British coded.
We're all a little bit British.
He kind of just like holds your hand in his and takes like an shaky kind of exhale. I'm just so glad that they're both safe. This is Dietrich. And he kind of draws your attention to the baby. And he has kind of this smear of like dark little hair.
Oh, a little mop top.
Otherwise just looks like a normal squishy like baby.
Normal squishy newborn baby covered in bodily fluids. Can I
All that
ask
stuff.
him why? But like both, he just means like, I just want to clarify with my
Yeah.
son. He means like both safe because childbirth is dangerous and stuff, right? Like not like both
Right.
safe for some reason.
He kind of takes this inquiry and he thinks about it and well, I'm sorry that I didn't tell you, but we did venture out and speak to a mystic in Roslow, and she indicated that there could be some danger with the birth, but all seems to have gone very well.
Oh no, I have a bad feeling about this.
Surely it's
What
fine.
did the mystic say, my dear boy?
She said that she foresaw a terrible amount of grief
Oh no.
if we were not very careful about this pregnancy and the delivery, but I'm confident. Well, how could I not be? He's here.
I'm confident, says the man. Right after, how is she
Likely
doing?
story.
Let's check on the mom, shall we?
Yeah, so give me a wisdom check.
18.
Ooh,
I'm so
beautiful.
wise. I'm such a wise
Incredible.
old grandmother.
Yeah, you look at her. She appears like healthy. You notice that right away. You, a trained adventurer yourself, do a quick scan. You can see that she's as fine as a person who's just given birth can be. She's very much kind of in her own world, kind of looking into the face of her son. There's a flicker of like fear behind her eyes, just like anxiety, which kind of grows as she kind of hears this conversation that you're having with Christoph, as if not pleased to be like reminded of the mystic. But nothing seems amiss with the mom.
Oh, I wish I had my other cats with me because I'm like, what should I do? I feel like something bad's gonna happen. Chat, what do you think I should do? I feel like I need to head something off at the pass before it happens, but I'm unsure of what I should do. Maybe
Take the sword and stab the kill everyone.
whoa, whoa. Seek out the mystics. Where, let me ask the son, where is this mystic that you
Well,
spoke to?
when we spoke to her, it was something like 6 months ago. We found her in Roslow. We spoke to her in Roslow. Again, I'm sorry for not telling you. We know that you're not really big into the mystic woo-woo stuff.
What's Roslow again? We went
Roslow
there.
was the village it was the village that you were going to stop in. It's by the river. So it's kind of the furthest village from the Von Brecht estate that is still affected by the curse.
What's the name of this mystic, my son?
Diana was her name.
Diana. Okay. Sword circumcision. That seems a little excessive. It's baby, I take out this humongous sword. Um, I'm not a rabbi. I don't know how to do that, Blaze. Okay. I mean, would it seem kind of like I kind of want to go find this Diana, but then I'm also like, what if I leave and then something happens to my grandson?
It's up to you.
I want to go find this. I want to go find this mystic
Okay.
right now.
Yeah. All right. So as this vision begins to fade from you, and the sense of Ulissa begins to escape you, you are kind of filled with this direction to go and seek out Diana the Mystic in Roslow.
Okay. Sweet.
As like the scene around you kind of, it starts at the edges and then slowly overtakes. And you return to nothing.
To nothing.
Bianca.
Different nothingness plane. Okay. Look, I want to see what's in store for Bianca.
Meow meow.
The swirling kind of mist, it's a similar thing. It's at first there's nothing, and then all of a sudden you have the awareness of being this person. And to your knowledge, you've always been this person. But maybe you're just caught in the middle of like a weird daydream or something.
The same person that Orb was?
Yes, you think to yourself, oh yeah, that's right. Ulissa, Lady of the Von Brecht estate.
Ulissa, Ilissa.
We all Lissa.
We all Lissa.
Okay.
And am I standing in the birthing room still?
Some time has passed.
Okay.
A number of years. You are actually kind of in the middle of striding towards the grand foyer because you have guests. You have just been called or summoned to welcome some visitors that have come into the estate and have requested an audience with you. Is there anything that you wish to do?
Are they unexpected? Are these visitors expected or unexpected?
They're unexpected, but that's also not the weirdest thing. You receive a number of visitors kind of throughout the warmer months.
It's very Gilded Age. Visitors in the foyer.
Okay, I have people to entertain. Okay, so I'm gonna call over one of my servants and say, please get out some of our snacks, our tea, and our cheesing, our charcuterie, if you will, just so we can make sure we properly entertain them. And then do I look okay? I was wearing my gingham dress today. Does this work for them?
You look beautiful, my lady. And of course, I will break out the cheeses and the crackers. Would we like a wine as well?
Let's get some mead in there, perhaps.
They will think that is very chill.
Great. I was like, I hope that's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah, so the servant goes to collect said items.
And I have my last primp in front of the mirror before the door, and I open the door to...
Beautiful. Yeah, so you open the door, you see there's the grand foyer of this estate, and then there's a handful, like a gaggle of strangers that are standing there waiting. All of them are wearing like uniform to each other, but different than yours, red cloaks. Ulissa herself wears a red cloak. This one is distinctly, like the one that they're wearing is distinctly different from yours, but they are all uniform to each other.
Maybe you're like in a cult. Sorry.
Maybe. Who knows?
Sorry if I spoiler.
There's one who kind of sees you before the others and kind of registers and takes a step forward as like the leader. She is an elvish woman who's a bit shorter than yourself. She has like this straight, silky black hair that reaches kind of to her jaw. Very large ears, large even for an elf, and equally large dark eyes, although her right eye is kind of covered by a twisting scar and then an eye patch, and then the scar kind of continues up her ear, which is itself kind of somewhat mangled by the scar. And she kind of steps forward and she reaches to shake your hand. And she says, Lady Von Brecht, it's a pleasure. My name is Netta Leowin, a ranger of the Red Cloak Order. We've come because we have reason to believe that you may be in possession of a piece of the Red Cloak of Mordias.
Oh, the string.
You immediately realize that she is, in fact, talking about the string.
Yes. And I assume I don't want her to know that I'm in possession of it.
That is entirely up to you, whether or not to trust this person.
Am I able to do some kind of like wisdom check to kind of get a sense of do they seem to be keeping secrets or having like a mischievous quality to them as they're standing there? Do they feel like foreboding or like mean or aggressive?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
I want to write this down.
What was that?
What did you say?
What was the name of the person that introduced himself to Bianca just now?
Yeah, it is Netta, Neta, Leowin, Leeuwin, a ranger of the Red Cloak Order.
So I rolled a 15.
That's
and
pretty
then
good.
I don't have a wisdom modifier, or maybe I do. It's just not my prime. That's what it is. It's not my prime.
Well, for Ulyssa, it is, and you have a +4 as Ulyssa.
Oh,
so
holla!
19 total. You give her, in that kind of high lady of the house way, like a very like sweep up and down of the eyes. You have been trained over a hardened lifetime on how to spot people that are trying to trick you or mess with your like success or your family. You get no such sense from these people. They appear very like respectful of their surroundings and respectful of the servants, and respectful of you. It doesn't seem like there's any kind of ill intentions. It seems like Netta's just stating what they've come for.
So Netta, you mentioned that I might be in possession of this thing. If I did know where it was, would you take it from me?
With your consent, that would be appreciated. Do you know of the Red Cloak Order in our mission?
I would love to hear more about it. Please come inside. I have cheese and crackers set from my my one-hand man, Jerry.
Jerry kind of waves with his one hand.
Thank you, Jerry.
And a puzzle, if you want to.
Oh yeah, and then my puzzle, which is actually the background. It's a hot mess in here. Yes, don't look over here. Let's go to the foyer, the drawing rooms over here.
Indeed.
And let's have a seat and let's get more comfortable because I want to hear more about the Red Order. I want to hear more about your intention of the Red Peace.
Yes. Naturally, it is of the utmost importance that such pieces are treated with great delicacy, for they're profoundly magical and, if fallen into the wrong hands, could be used for tremendous evil. The mission of the Red Cloak Order is to, and she kind of like looks around a little bit and as if kind of deciding with herself whether or not it's safe to say. We seek to revive Mordias. As is kind of known, I don't know how many people actually really know the full story. I've just started as a ranger captain just this year. But Orndul, the Red God, when he slew his sister Mordias, she bled out into the ground as her people watched, and she used her dying breath and indeed her very blood to cast a curse upon Orndul. And what she attempted to do was create a veil of madness around his eyes using her blood. Orndul, being the god of madness, horrible as he is, he eventually learned to master this veil, and he reshaped it into a cloak of red, which he then wore. Many years later, this cloak was shredded in a great battle between the gods, and the pieces of it were scattered all across Erd. We hypothesize that if we could get all of the pieces of the red cloak of Mordias back together, she could be revived.
That's an interesting theory.
It's one we believe.
Yeah.
At the very least, having them in safekeeping and away from any who might wish to use them for ill is a worthy cause anyway.
For sure, yes, because you don't want those magical pieces to fall in the wrong hands. Obviously, Orndul was a bit of a hot mess himself and was very aggressive.
It's certainly one way to put it. The hottest mess of all time.
He was the hottest mess of all time. Yes. So I appreciate you giving me all this information. I have some bad news. I don't know exactly where the red piece of string is.
Are you lying or telling the truth?
I'm lying.
Go ahead and make a charisma check. And you can add a +3.
It's so hard for me not to be like, Bianca, do this, because I know we're not with her. Bianca, do this.
17. I rolled a 14, so 17 with +3.
Yeah, nicely done.
Good job.
She kind of like looks to her fellows real quick and is there any way that you would permit us to search the premises for this piece? If not, we understand.
Oh, of course, because I know it's on my person, you see. Of course I'll let you search the estate. I have nothing to hide here, and I am not interested in anyone getting it. Anyone who might have nefarious doings with getting pieces of this red cloak.
Most certainly. And we'll make sure to respect your property. We won't break anything. We very much appreciate your cooperation. If you do remember anything else or wish to ask us any other questions, just let us know.
I could text you. Do you have like a carrier pigeon number?
Here's my number on the magic.
Can I get your digits,
stone
girl?
app.
Can I get those digits, girl?
Telepathically send me your cell.
If I find out anything, I will definitely let you know, because I agree with you. The wrong people should not get it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really all we hope for.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Are they magical? Oh, sorry, I'm not allowed to ask.
No, you're fine. They all kind of, with no further things, they begin to like get up and they fan out. Is there anything that you wish to do while they do this?
I would love to, maybe with a dexterity check. What's her name again? Ulissa?
Yes.
Is Ulissa adept at pickpocketing? Could she be?
She could be, yes. It's been many years since she's pickpocketed anyone, but she's spry. She could try. Is my one-hand man Jerry good at pickpocketing or distracting? We'll say yes.
Does he really have one hand?
He's only got one hand.
I said that.
Right-hand man, he only has his right hand.
Yeah, he's my right-hand man, and he only has the ironic thing is he has a left hand, not a right hand, but
humor.
Yes. So I would say so Jerry's really good at pickpocketing. Great. I would love for
has to be. He only has one hand. His hand's
it's true.
Gotta be the
I would
best
love
hand.
to give him the signal, because he's been, standing very at attention, making sure all of our needs have been met. Yes. I assume, because I trained him well.
Exactly.
To see if he can discover anything in like the bags of these people. Maybe a few of them have left their bag because of the meat they drank and they were a little tipsy. And they were going to walk around without it. So I wanted to explore either their person or their possessions in some way.
Yeah. So you have Jerry kind of take a lap to find like their stuff and just, immediately that they dropped all of their weapons off
like
at the door. Exactly.
What I like Johnny's. What's the pickpocket the ranger captain signal exactly? Well, let me show you, Johnny.
Here's what it is. Let's see. So, man, just for fun, go ahead and roll a dexterity check for Jerry. Just roll the dice and
Jerry.
tell me the total.
Jerry rolled a 13.
Okay. So he does not dare to go up to the captain,
Okay.
who seems very watchful with her very large eyes. But he does kind of get closer to like two of the guys that had immediately just started pounding mead once you invited them in. And let's see.
Pounding the mead. Slam it.
So he, oh my God, Lex, dude, thank you so much for gifting those subs.
Thank you
so
subs.
appreciate you. Lex is a big old sweetie. We super appreciate you, Lex.
Generosity.
Lex, tell us in chat what your next stream is so we can all go follow you and watch it. Thank you so much for stopping in. It's so great to see you. But yeah, so Jerry, on your behalf, lifts a note out of one of these guys' pockets. And it looks to be a formal, like, written directive from whoever, like, the boss of their captain is, that just says, to this effect, it's like, recover the piece of the Red Cloak of Mordias at all costs.
That seems a little malicious.
Do not return without it.
And then, am I able to ask the captain as we're wandering around together? So, who was it that told you to check me out? Because I've been a very respected woman in our part of the neck of the woods. And I just wanted to make sure that I know who I should be messaging me or maybe texting, carrier pigeon texting, because I really appreciate the fact that they are doing due diligence in trying to make sure the pieces of the Red Cloak do not end up in the wrong hands. So who is your boss, perhaps?
Of course. So my boss is the captain above me is Captain Lucian Crow is his name.
Lucian.
He's
Sexy name.
sort of the lieutenant of this particular sect of the Red Cloak Order that's located here in the lands of Orsal, which is the broader kind of area of the Darkenfold Forest and surrounding areas. We get tips from all over, but we're in particular, we attempt to employ agents to seek out people of note. We have had some people watching you from the village of Kashem.
Oh.
Not for, any suspicious reason, but just to see if maybe it would be possible that maybe you might have a piece. We know how well traveled you are, and clearly the extent of your treasures is vast. Those agents have since been recalled back to headquarters.
Yeah.
But we
I am
don't want
kind of a
to-
big deal, so
We all know that. We can all agree on that.
you're right about that.
We figured who
it's
better would
fair.
have such a piece than Red Cape the Good, old nickname of yours.
Oh, I haven't heard that in
Since the
month of
adventuring
Sundays.
days.
Oh goodness. Red Cape of the Good, you bringing me back. Let me tell you about. Oh, we don't have time for this. I've had too much mead now. I did have it at one point, and that's what I want you to know. And unfortunately, it was taken from me in a terrible robbery that happened, and that's why I just don't know where it is now.
Oh no.
But if I can get any information, I will tell you, or I'll tell Lucian, because you are right. And please let is there like a Yelp rating I can give you? Because you've done a great job.
You can send a letter back with me, and maybe I'll get extra rations for the week with a good letter,
great. Okay.
like a good review.
I will definitely do that for you. Yes.
Do you have any information on the people who robbed you?
It was at the middle of the night. I got knocked out. I unfortunately, my servant Jerry, he only had one hand, and when he got knocked out, he was not able to really defend me either. So it was an unfortunate circumstance. I have upped the security system since then. But if I can figure out some more information, I will definitely let y'all know too, because I have a feeling that they still are in possession of it.
They must be. I hope for all our sakes that they didn't know the price of the item they had. Do you know which direction they left your estate in? Did you ever learn that?
We did see footsteps going east.
Okay. We'll have our people check that out.
It looked like there were maybe 3 to 5 of them, but it was a little muddy at that point. We just had rain. So.
Right. Okay. I will have some of my people go that way now, and then we'll just finish just sort of cursory sweeping the estate.
Yeah.
I hope you don't mind if I do just a mild detect magic spell to see if I can catch a glimpse of anything here.
You go right ahead. Before you do that, I just wanted to real quick. Do I know spells as Ulissa?
Ulissa does not have a working understanding of magic.
Okay.
She was a physical kind of fighter and ranger.
Does she have
Jerry?
an unworking?
She has guesses.
Can she use the string to hide the string?
I could use the string to hide the string. I was going to ask if Jerry knows magic.
Jerry does not know magic.
Okay.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. What if you
I'll just say something like is there a room in my house that's impervious to magic, like a closet or something?
Ooh. We'll say yeah. Yes.
Okay, like the basement or whatever.
There's like a coat closet that's kind of been shielded.
I'll just be like, ugh. Magic makes me nervous. I've had many poor run-ins with wizards and people that do spells. So I'm just gonna head down to the closet. What did you say it was? The safe room?
Like a coat closet.
I'm just gonna stand. I'm just gonna go in the coat closet real quick.
Are you sure? This is a very mild spell. It could give you a chance to see how it works.
It gives me the heebie-jeebies, honestly. So I've had multiple people do magic in front of me, and then I had accidentally a 7th toe grow.
Oh dear. Ugh. Oh my.
On my right ankle. It wasn't even on the foot.
A 7th toe. At the 6th was already there.
6 is already there. The 7th is when I got this terrified.
It's now canon that Ulissa has 6 toes on one foot.
So I'm just gonna hop into this closet real quick.
Certainly. I'll be right here doing the spell. Netta goes to do her spell. Do you do anything? Do you check on the string? Anything like that?
Maybe I pat it in my. It's like tucked. Maybe it's tucked away in between my bra and my.
Sure.
It's tucked.
We're
away.
all
That's
women
where you
hide
started keeping it.
Yeah, and I see it. I see it's still there.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You go to feel it, and you hear Netta's voice kind of call out from the room that she'd been casting the spell in. Well, it looks like this whole estate is clear. And as you look, there is no string there.
I really was robbed.
No, but I did have the thought. We knew it was on me, but some time has passed. We actually never.
About 7 years have passed.
It was on you. I think you assumed it was the next day, but I think a lot of time.
I just assumed I still had it because when I said, that I don't have it anymore, and Grace was like, "Are you lying?" I thought that'd be more fun for me to be lying.
No, for sure. But you might not have never ever had it in the first place.
The thing I was going with was because Orb made the decision as Ulissa to keep the string on you. I assumed it would still be on Ulissa when you were playing as her. I assume
Okay.
that would be like a habit that she would kind of like take in. It has been 7 years. Dietrich
Yeah.
would now be like 7
So
years
you're
old.
saying that it was on her and maybe yoinked by somebody?
It could have been yoinked by somebody. Who knows?
All we know is that it's no longer there. And
Freaking
so
cultist.
I burst out of the closet.
Sure, as the vision begins to fade from you, what's the last thing you do?
Wait! I had it, but I don't anymore! Call the cops!
The place begins to kind of erupt in like an uproar, as in particular the Red Cloak Order soldiers and rangers begin kind of looking more vigorously in places. This vision begins to slip from you, and your conscious is pulled out and out and out of Ulysses' body as you hear her some kind of far away at this point calling out for Bernard, as the vision fades and swirls back into nothing.
Bernard. Remember him?
Bernard is her servant.
Yes. Her other servant. Her two-handed
one with
servant.
two arms.
Pumpkin Spice took the string. That's
Baby.
She accidentally ate it, probably, honestly. And we're gonna have to just wait for it to pass.
Johnny's so funny. Johnny says, Drew, you're 80 years old and on the bridge of the Titanic with a string.
Oh, baby. I went down and got it for you. Oh, you hold it down.
This scene kind of slowly almost blends into the mind that once belonged to Drew. As Drew, as you kind of lay sleeping. Wait, Drew? Who is that? It kind of floats away. You're dreaming of that day and of that investigation and the panic and realizing that the string was gone. You never found it again after that day. But nevertheless, you're here kind of asleep in your bedroom, the lady of the Von Brecht estate, dreaming of kinder days, days before the early deaths of your son and your daughter-in-law, before the sickness that had kind of spread through the manor. And I'll say, you are awoken by the feeling of cold steel plunging into your chest as someone is standing over and has stabbed you.
Oh,
What do
bummer
you
that
do?
Drew gets this one.
I go, ow! That really hurt.
That really hurt.
It did.
Ow.
Awfully. No, well, that was immediately what I would do. I would say, ow. And I would look to see who is stabbing me.
Yeah, so you open your eyes. The room is completely black, and you actually don't make out the face of this person.
Dang it.
Go ahead and give me a wisdom check.
That's a D20.
Yes. And then you can add a 4 to it.
Okay, so the total would be 9.
Yeah, it's hard to make out who this person is. You feel a profound evil, kind of bleeding from the weapon that they just used to attack you. The arm kind of raises up. It goes in for another. What do you do?
Oh my gosh, like, stop. Don't do that. That really hurt. And
I would get out of there.
And they are like, because they weren't expecting that. I go, cha, 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 and I knock it out of their hands. Jeez.
I love it. Yeah, they kind of falter a little bit as you go. Give me, I'll give you, you can take your pick, dexterity or strength. You can try to muscle this thing away, or you can try to like really quickly, decisive strike it out of their hand.
Yeah, the strength is not. It's gonna have to be dexterity. Let's be real.
Go for it. And this will be Ulysses' dexterity. It is prime for her. You can add +6.
Oh,
to your
well,
roll.
I got a 1 million because I rolled 18.
Ooh,
So,
beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, so you do
Yeah.
this, you hit them right in the wrist,
Wait,
and you hear the dagger clatter and skid across the floor. And there's a moment where the figure is just kind of looking in that direction.
then I take the glasses on my nightstand and I throw it in the other direction. It breaks against the wall. It distracts them, and I run, bleeding and in pain because I'm me. And I grab the dagger.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Give me a dexterity check as well. I'm gonna make a contesting one
Oh dear.
to see if they're distracted or not. If they're distracted, then you get there first. If not, you'll have to wrestle
Okay.
them for it.
So we got 13.
I got a 17.
No.
You both dive in the same direction. Both of your hands lock around this dagger. Immediately, the first thing that you notice with your hand wrapped around the hilt, it is hot. It is very, very red hot in your hands, and it feels wrong. Do you choose to try to wrestle it from this person?
Hmm. I think I want to kick them.
Let's go. Are you trying to kick them off of, like, away, like kick the dagger away? Like, what do you want to do?
No, kick them to make them double over in pain. I don't know if it's boy or girl, but either way, getting kicked in the coochie hurts.
Crotchal region,
So,
yeah. The old
Go
punt.
to your nuts. Gonna hurt.
Actually, just go ahead and give me a dexterity or strength check.
there's a strength one for that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I got a D20.
Let's go.
Ah!
Nat 20.
Totally got hit in the groin area.
You connect absolutely. This person kind of like doubles over a little bit. You sense it's a man by this point.
Think it's always a man. Not all men, but always a man.
Enough, man. And yet you have the dagger now. As this person has kind of like doubled over, he's rapidly recovering and looks like he's about to come and try to take it from you in a moment, but you have a second.
Yeah, I have a second, and I stab him back.
As you go to do this, another hand encloses over your wrist.
Oh.
And looking at it, there's nothing there.
Oh.
In this like dark, completely darkened room, it swear to God feels just like an arm around your wrist, but there's nothing there in the darkness.
Weird.
That is the last
say
thing you see
Get rid of that.
before another hand that's invisible comes around and covers your mouth. You begin to choke. And the last thing that you see as Ulissa von Brecht is this wide, wide wolfish smile with a very familiar string of red thread wrapped around one of his canine teeth. Not like canine teeth literally, but like, one of these.
So it's not a wolf?
It's not a wolf.
Not a wolf. It's a man with a big canine tooth.
Well, I
It's
didn't know if it was like a
man.
wolf man.
It
Give
is
me-
dental floss. Or he has really big gaps in his teeth. It was floss.
Could be. Give me a wisdom check.
Decorating his tooth, people.
A wisdom check.
Yes.
Floss.
All right. Bloop doop, bloop
It
doop.
was floss the whole time.
13 with the 2, so 15.
Oh, with her, you add a +4. Sorry about that.
Oh, +4, sorry. 16.
As Ulissa fades from your conscience and Drew steps back in, you realize that you have seen this smile before, but you don't know on who. But someone that you have met on this journey had a similar smile.
But you don't remember who, or she can't figure out who? Can we roll to see if she can figure out who? Throwing you for a loop, huh?
I think
I
that's a
never want to. I
yes.
never want to say no to. Can you roll for it? The DC is very high, but yes, you can roll for it.
Okay, let's get some more. Get not 20, man. Close to it.
I mean, I got an 11.
I'm so
Then-
sorry.
Sorry.
Do 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 do.
Oh. So the three of you, Drew, Orb, and Bianca, you're not sure how much time has passed, but when your eyes kind of when your eyes kind of open, you're looking up at a clear sky above. It seems like dusk is kind of coming on. And you notice you see the sky at all. It doesn't look like you're under the heavy tree cover of the dogwood. Looking around, there's a tree line shortly behind you, and ahead there are a small smattering of little one-room houses. It appears that you're in Roslow.
Okay, first off,
Do we know what all the other ones have seen or no?
I mean, we could
Let's
like share our
say-
information right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we debrief. That's the first thing we do.
You debrief, yeah. Yeah.
We debrief. First of all, I want to know: are there any hot tubs in this town? Because we didn't get a ton of hot tub time on
Right.
our vacation day. Like a tavern.
A really tough other consciousness visit.
We need to relax a little bit. I mean, I assume we also have to find a place to sleep, right?
Looking around, there is a hot tub. This
Hell yeah.
this town has been abandoned for some time, so there's leaves and all sorts of crud in it, but there is a hot tub there.
Let's go. Let's debrief in the hot tub. Time machine.
I want to figure
Is
out.
the hot tub hot?
It is not. You'll have to find a way to heat it. It looks like the way that people
Y'all
usually
have
do
fire
that.
spells, right?
We use
Or
one
the-
of our fires.
Oh, I found the button.
We're about
Look,
to go to
I found the
sleep.
button. I turned it on. I found the switch.
Finding the switch, the hot tub bubbles to life.
My
Okay,
uncle
and
was a hot tub repairman.
I'm gonna use my hands, and then my cat Beatrice is gonna help get the leaves out. So it's gonna be really nice, and then we're gonna get in. Okay, so we're gonna debrief in the hot tub, and then we do need to find a place to sleep, I assume, because it's getting darker, right?
Yes.
So wait, whose hot tub is this? Is it part of an inn? We didn't find a
No,
place.
it's like
first. We found a hot tub.
it's an abandoned hot tub.
It is behind a
Your
large-ish house. It looks like there's a bunch of like little log houses that kind of permeate this area. There's a river that kind of winds around a shallow kind of sandy beach into the river. There's like a mill that's up sort of further up the river. This was once a mining town, so it kind of has that appearance.
And is it entirely abandoned? Like there's not a single soul here?
You see a cow,
Ooh.
which kind of just stands listlessly, like near one of the houses. It's not really chewing on anything or doing anything. It is watching you three. There's kind of actually like a smattering of little like farm animals that appear to have been maybe forgotten here. There's a pig, there's a cow, there's like 2 chickens.
Sorry, I saw the chat.
Is the cow wearing a red cloak?
That is
That is
He
a
could
great
be.
question.
well, since we're trespassing for this jacuzzi, I'd say we just trespass and sleep in the house that it's attached to.
First of all, jacuzzi. Second of all, let's enjoy the jacuzzi for a little bit longer before we find a place to sleep.
No, what I'm saying is we need to find a place to sleep. It's just whatever this jacuzzi is attached to. I think we're claiming it.
Yeah, the little cabin right there.
That
Good.
you think that's okay as long as there's beds.
I
and
mean, if
stuff.
we're gonna get in the jacuzzi without being like, "Hey, whose house is this?" I say we go into the home and take over.
I feel like, I mean, what's her name from this place? The
Yeah, is
woman-
what's her name still with us?
Katrin?
Yes.
So she had expressed worry about the
And
curse
she,
of
like,
the dogwood.
Yeah.
She said she was going to trail behind you guys, but that was before like the mist and everything. You're not totally sure where
what-
she is.
But someone got us to this place. Someone took us from where we were and plunked us down in the middle of this town.
That's right.
Can I do something to see if she's like, if there's any sort of thing that she's around us?
Was it the cow?
Katrin is the cow.
Katrin the cow. It's Katrin.
She's hiding. She's secretly a druid. Oh yeah, were you looking to see if you could find Katrin?
Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
looking at my-
Anyone who
Or
wants
even if it's
to.
like a check, like a wisdom check of seeing if there's something, remnants of her around or something.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a wisdom check. And then anyone who wants to, you can make any kind of check that you want to and feel would be appropriate in the situation to see if you can find any trace of her.
I got a 12.
I rolled a 10, and so it's just 11 then with my modifier.
12 plus 1. I got 13 for.
All right.
Let's see. What is mine?
That's pretty good. Cowtrin.
11,
Katrin.
and then plus 4? No, 2, 13.
Oh yeah, how long have we been sleeping?
When is it?
It is.
When
When
are
is it?
we?
Where is it?
You know, it's now been judging by like the sun, it's been at least a few hours. Which you know what, just for the heck of it, you guys can take 1 hit dice of health back. So whatever your like
Yay.
hit dice are for your class. So for druid it's a D8. I think for an illusionist it's a D4. I think for a bard it might also be a D8.
Wait.
Where do I find that? Is that in the book?
We roll that?
Yep. Yeah, so you'll roll that. Oh, for a bard it's a D10.
For an illusionist, what did you say it was for an illusionist?
I think it's a D4. It would
I
be
just
in the
wanna be-
player's handbook under
yes,
your
I see.
class.
Yes, okay. I'm going to roll a d10.
To see if we get a
And-
health point back.
Oh, D8.
I rolled a 2. So I add 2 to my health points.
Yes.
I got a 4.
I got a
Nice.
4.
Beautiful.
Yes.
So
I'm
you guys
at
got some
13
health back.
right now. My highest is 15, so I'm just at full health now.
Yes, that's right.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you
Ooh.
for some healing.
Woohoo. Shane asks a good question. Did any of you bring anything back, like physical items from your visions? I'll say no.
Did I bring string? Please tell me I did.
I'm
Can I roll to see
sorry.
if I? Why not?
Because we're experiencing a memory.
No.
And I hate fun.
No, you love fun.
That's
So
my
we're here to
favorite.
find what's it called, Chip?
Oh, and
Diana.
with Katrin, you didn't see any sign of Katrin.
Oh, right, okay. Is
I
there a
feel like-
restaurant in town?
There might have been
Like-
once, but all these buildings are now abandoned.
Bianca wants to get a bite.
Well,
I'm-
we've been
I might
traveling
get
for
it.
a
I'm
long
hungry as
time.
a human right now and as a player. I want to eat. Question though. I feel like in our debrief, can we figure out who the smile is? Can we?
How
Figure out-
about all 3 of you make me a wisdom check and we'll add the cumulative total.
Okay, great. Yay! Wisdom!
Woohoo.
13 for me.
Okay.
I got a.
Um, does something happen if you roll a 1? I've never
Not in
rolled
this
that low.
instance.
I have this like.
Okay.
This is just me. Like maybe I'm just like hating on technology because I know you're using like an online die. Part of me thinks that like you'd have more control if you were rolling it. Like, what if like they won't let you do too many d20s
Yeah,
in a
but-
row? Like, how to mix it up?
Oh,
That's
I
my
see what you're
theory.
saying.
Right, like it's not actually
I was gonna
random.
say though, she rolled a d20 tonight, so
It's true.
Yeah, so I'm like, what my theory is, what if it's just like now I'm just gonna screw you because it's got to be balanced.
The dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
I don't know if the dice cares that much.
yeah. They
I
don't
mean,
know
I'm
why
sure
we're
it's just
rolling.
algorithm.
All right, so we got a
No,
13.
the dice
I
and
want-
the algorithm should be written that it should be the same odds every time. That's how the algorithm should be written.
It should be. But should we if someone should investigate this to see it?
Chat.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna do a study.
I got a 1, I got a 10,
Who-
you got a 13, and then Rebecca
How
got
do
a
they
1.
do online dice?
So putting your heads together, there's something familiar about this smile. It's just you don't know if it was like recently or forever ago. It's really hard to place it.
What if the
Okay.
smile is Bernard?
Who have we met?
What if it's Dietrich trying to kill his grandma?
Who have we met with the creepy ass smiles? Maybe it was that dog that we killed.
But we said it was a human.
Yeah, but what if it was just a human becoming a dog, like shapeshifting?
We also met Angus at the longhouse, but there is something interesting about what if Bernard is trying to get us to do his dirty work for him?
What if he's a
I'm just
great?
throwing it out
What,
there.
what if
do you
he's a
mean?
Saint Bernard?
What do you mean, Bianca? Do his
It all
dirty
makes
work?
sense. Like, what if he's trying to figure out where the pieces of the red cloak are, somehow,
Yeah. Maybe.
and he's not able to walk back into the
I
dark
feel like
fold
we're
because
not
of
gonna
some
figure
like
it out
curse.
right now. I see the little smirk on Grace's face. I feel like we should.
Dude,
No, I
I'm
don't
just
think we're gonna
mad that I
figure it
didn't
out.
think of Saint Bernard. That's so good.
I'll say that we know there's a familiarity there. That's the thing we can glom onto.
What if it's the owner of the hot tub? Y'all ignoring that.
Yeah, we look over and there's a fourth person in the hot tub with us.
Hey, it's
They
been a while.
smile and they have a little thing in their canine tooth. We're like, we found them.
Wait, it's you.
Or anything? Can I do a roll or anything? Here's the thing, because we're about to go to sleep in this world, right?
If that's what you all
Right,
wish
is
to do, then yeah.
Is it the evening?
It's kind of getting that way, yeah.
'Cause if it's
I mean, we could
evening,
do a little bit of trekking around to try to
like,
find.
we should use up as much of our spells as possible because then we'll have them reset when we wake up.
True.
So we might as well just go nuts with spells. This is a good strategy. I just thought.
Go nuts with the spells.
Like, should I see if there's anything that I can figure out in terms of where the Diana chick is, the mystic?
Yeah.
Gosh, something just got knocked over on my patio, but it's fine.
I know I hear so
Oh,
many.
Santa Ana wins. Woo.
Hey, can I do this? What spells do you have, Drew? That you can try?
I think the only one that would do anything is detect pits and snares, I guess, to see if there's any traps for us here. For my spells, everything else wouldn't really do anything. They're like healing and fighting.
You want to do that? I'll see if there's one I can use. Because it sounds like our characters, it's in the evening, so if we can't use any, we're gonna
Dusk.
reset.
It's not evening yet.
I mean, I have twilight vision, so I can see.
I have dark
Yeah.
vision. I also have hearing, like really good hearing.
Brag, love it.
So I could like roll to hear if there's like someone else maybe in the village. I could try
yeah,
that.
yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
For a hearing, it's a race ability. Do I just roll a d20 for that?
I don't know if you even have to roll. Maybe.
It just says +3 to listening.
Oh, then yes. Go ahead and roll and add a +3, and then also add your wisdom, and also remind me if it's prime or secondary.
Okay. Wisdom is secondary. I rolled a 7, but I have a +3, so it's 10. So +1, so I rolled an 11 altogether.
Okay. What you hear is kind of like the rippling of the river, a little bit of shushing of the trees, and not a lot else. The impression that you get is that this place is super abandoned.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot. Oh my gosh, I was watching Shogun and he had a falcon with a little cap on its head. And it made me think of Storm.
Twins.
Oh yeah, letting the cat snoop around. Yeah.
I'm gonna-
So that's a great idea. I'm gonna have Beatrice run around and collect information.
Keep around. Can I go be like, yo, Storm, and let Storm go and see if Storm finds anything suspicious or anything that we should like go investigate or anything?
Yeah. So both of you go ahead and give me a d20,
Okay.
and then I forgot what I've been doing for your animals checks. If I gave it your modifiers or if I think I had a modifier in mind.
I think that's
only
true
got
because I think we would have written them down. I mean, for
I
a
think
cat,
mine-
dexterity makes sense, right?
I think that makes sense. Yeah, like
So
going around the
Beatrice rolled
area.
a 13.
I only
Okay.
Storm rolled a 6.
Thank you, YouTube Shane
He's
Barrett,
doing his best.
for the tip.
Thanks, Shane, and it's good to see you. Thanks for coming on back. That was a 13 total.
13, unless there's a modifier for
Okay, yeah.
Beatrice.
So 15 total. Kind of traipsing around. Assuming that you guys are kind of just like in the jacuzzi while they're all kind of like doing this. Beatrice eventually comes back to you guys and meows in like some indication that perhaps she's found something, and waits for you guys to kind of follow her.
Okay.
Throw on our robes, on our towels,
Get out.
and our flip
Flip-flops.
flops. Hey, the hubs just came.
She leads you inside one of like the nearby houses. Hey, welcome in.
I know. I could hear him stomping up the stairs. I know you're home.
So the house that Beatrice leads you into.
Okay.
Oh, did we lose Rachel? Or let's
Oh no, Rachel!
Oh no!
The Santa winds blew her away.
I think she's frozen. She did say she
Maybe.
might lose internet, possibly something, because here in Los
True.
Angeles, there's the winds are going crazy. I can't believe
Yeah.
that I haven't lost power or.
Whoa.
Oh, God, no!
I'm Bianca now in the overlay, and Rebecca is the castle keeper. Quick, Rebecca, what do they see?
You see, there's some mice that the cat found. And,
Oh
yeah, not the castle keeper.
no!
I see that I'm like split. I get it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get the thing. Okay.
Split personality. Well, let's just do this in the meantime. And then do we want to just continue for now? And if Rachel comes back, then great. And if not,
Yeah,
she can
let's
watch.
do that.
Yeah.
Okay. I won't go ahead and like redo the overlay here. Is that all right with you guys? If we just like leave
That's
it?
fine.
Okay.
Yes.
So, the house that you step into, led by Beatrice, it has evidence that it has been like boarded from the inside, and then abandoned for a very long time, as do all of the houses here. It looks like it's been at least like a couple, I don't know, decades, maybe a decade. But the wooden planks that kind of kept this door shut from the inside at one point, they've been broken through and are kind of splintered across the ground. There are corpses in this room. Again, very long abandoned.
Like
Oh.
rock glasses are like they're more like bones.
What was that?
Coming back to life.
Welcome back to the land of the living. Whoops.
Except for you just missed it. There are corpses.
I don't think she's here yet. She's
Oh
still
no.
But again, another flattering freeze. I'm sure maybe she's trying to do her hotspot on her phone or something.
Yeah. We'll just go ahead and continue, and we'll recap anything if we need to. But so notably, there is a corpse of, well, I guess, yeah, it's kind of more bones at this point, so it's a little bit hard to tell, like the gender or age of this person.
Bones are their money.
But he's splayed out. They're splayed out on the ground. There's a desk. Oh, sorry, what was that?
Sorry, I was just saying the bones are their money, and I said, think you should leave fans in the chat. Anyone other than my husband, who immediately responded with, "Hey, we see you."
Sammy, can you hear me?
Yes, there she is.
Welcome
So
back.
yeah, power went out fully, then it came back on, but now my internet's out. But I'm on my phone.
Cool. All you missed is that you guys walked into a room that looks like it was at one point like boarded from the inside. But those planks of wood that held the door shut from the inside have been kind of splintered through. There are corpses in this room that are very old. One of them is just bones. It's kind of like laying on the ground. There's a desk and a toppled chair near him. There's evidence right away. You all can deduce this of like stab wounds in his like neck and body. A lot of them.
Who's this? Not know who it is?
No, it's kind of just like a skeleton.
Okay.
There is a long hunting knife with a bone handle that's kind of coming out from his chest, like his rib cage and stuff.
Do we take the, not like that I'm trying to disrespect the dead, but can we loot the bodies and get those
Certainly.
weapons?
Yeah,
First
totally.
of all, we would love some handle. You know,
What?
no about it.
Loot those bodies.
Dun, 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 dun.
Loot it or poot it.
And speaking of, there's also two other corpses in kind of the similar state of like they're just bones. And they're kind of tangled together. Looks like maybe they might have been fighting each other or doing other things. Who can say? And then clenched in one of their fists is a silvery amulet on a long metal chain.
We should definitely take that amulet. That and the knife.
And then on the desk, there are two letters, and one of them is half finished.
Okay.
Let's read it.
I want to read the letter for sure.
Okay. So the first letter on the cover, it looks like it's been opened. It was in an envelope that says, to Lionette Durand, 34 Roslow. From Bernard du Boulay, 52 Cachem.
Bernard.
The letter
Wait,
from...
who is it? Sorry, I zoned out.
No,
Who
you're
is it
good.
to?
It was
I have to write it in my detective notebook.
Lionette Durand.
Lionette.
This is to Lionette?
Yes, from Bernard du Boulay.
Bernardo?
And then it's like Bernardo, the very same. And then it has
Or
like the
Saint
address
Bernard.
of Roslow and then an address of a house in Cachem.
Bernardo?
Is it a love letter?
Well, maybe. Let me read it.
Let's read. Read on.
He says, if you're serious about leaving, write back to me and we'll go. Things are growing increasingly strange here. You asked me once to run away with you and I refused. Now I think that you may have been right. And then the response, apparently, is kind of half written. The reverse of those addresses is written on an envelope that appears untouched otherwise. And the response starts, I am deeply gladdened by your words, my love, for matters have grown increasingly dire here in Roslow. People have been growing irritable and even at times violent. I've been comparing the effects here to previous curses I've encountered, and it's frighteningly consistent with the Red God's work. I've been able to cobble together a small enchantment to keep the effects at bay. At least, I think my mind is as stable as it's ever been. Meet me at the crossroads tomorrow. By then, I will have a second enchantment ready for you to ensure our safe pass. And then that's where the ink kind of trails off the page very suddenly.
Like, what if Bernardo's dead? And, like, he was a ghost and just not, like, maybe he's, like, trying to lead us to this place to, like, help him come back alive with his lover. We don't know. The more I think, I feel like Bernardo's not telling us something.
Well, I don't think he's a ghost because the other people in the tavern could see him. However, he did have an affected disposition. They all did not like him very much. So there is that. But okay, so what if he's just a lover and not a fighter?
I also love the like moving around as you do it because it does make me feel like you're actually exploring you're actually like
looking for stuff.
Go look at the bodies.
What would make him stop mid-sentence? Aren't there two bodies? Didn't you say they're holding hands?
They're kind of wrapped up in each other. It looks like
What
one
is
of them is holding the silvery amulet up and out of the way, and the other one is kind of grasping for it.
Interesting. Is there any way, not that we're like actual, like CSI type people, is there any way to be able to tell
Do a
if
bone check.
if the bones are male bones or female bones? Is it two male corpses? How
Yeah,
is
you
there a way
can
for us to try to figure that out?
probably. Go ahead and make, I guess, wisdom or intelligence, whichever you guys want to.
Okay.
Meet me at the castle Arg.
Okay. Bone check.
Hey, yo.
Wait, do you
Hey,
need me to
yo.
roll? I'm sorry, I got distracted.
No, you're good.
I
Any of you
got
guys who want to
14.
can.
Hold on. Let me see which one is my biggest. Intelligence is my primary. So I'm gonna go with that. I got
Sure.
oh, I got wait, you said wisdom, right?
Whichever.
Would it be
Wisdom or
better if I went
intelligence.
with wisdom if it's a +1, if it gives me +1 versus intelligence, which it doesn't give me a +1, but it's my primary?
I would recommend using the primary because that means the actual DC that you have to hit is lower.
Okay, I'm going with intelligence. I got 14.
Perfect. Yeah, so you're able to determine that all three of the people in this room are men.
Okay.
And they're wrapped up in each other's arms.
Oh, yes.
I think they're fighting for the amulet, but okay.
Well, what if they?
Amulet and chill.
They're making love. Maybe they were making love and then they started fighting over the amulet. Maybe they were having an orgy and then they're like, let's do a spell. And then they all died from the spell. We don't know. That is what we're here to find out.
Also, I'm just gonna.
I just died in your arms tonight.
Must have been something I
amulet.
Oh my gosh, Johnny.
Also, I'm just gonna text you guys the contents of these letters.
Oh yes, please.
Just so you can have them.
I was like, text us. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess we do have a text thread.
Just so you guys have the language of those.
Interesting.
Not that it'll be like super. I don't know. Just in case.
Mm-hmm. The ink trails off. I feel like I have a spell. Hold on. Let me look. I feel like I have a spell about reading arcane thing. Isn't there some sort of like stuff I can do to like, I know I can't do like fingerprint stuff. Maybe. Read arcane script, read scrolls and spell books. Can you tell me, can I look around to see if there's any like spell books or things around?
Yeah. Let me see here. Okay.
And I want to see if there's fingerprints. If only we had fingerprint dust.
What was
And
the
so they're
spell
all
that
holding an
you-
amulet, correct? I'm sorry that I'm a little behind.
No, you're fine. Yeah. So yeah, one of the skeletons is clutching the amulet.
Okay.
Does any of us have spells to be able to tell if things are magical? Like maybe the amulet's priceless. Maybe it has like magical powers.
I can gain knowledge with legend lore, which I think is not I don't know if I could do that with a piece, a thing that's tangible. Let me look at how it's described for.
I think you should be able to.
I'm like, let's use up all our stuff because it's night. And we're gonna go
Oh, yeah.
sleep and have... that's my stress.
I can do if I do a successful attribute check, I can learn relevant information about a legendary item.
Do it.
Yeah, please go for it.
So would that
For
be?
the
It
amulet
looks
and the
like
dagger, or just one thing?
it says Legend Lord Charisma, so it's a charisma check, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey,
I
is the-
am Legend Lord Charisma.
is it
Okay, I'm gonna roll a d20,
Yes, and then add your
and I
charisma
rolled a
modifier.
16. It's a prime,
Yeah, you did.
and I have a +2, so I have an 18. I'm like, whoa, what's this amulet all about?
You have a Jimmy
Right,
Neutron
there's
style brain blast.
Yeah, literally, it's like the Matrix. Like she just got plugged in and she's downloading all the information about this amulet. Is it
What
just
I
for
do
the...
is I put my hand on it, and Beatrice puts her paw on my hand, and we sit there and we Mind meld.
Yeah.
Wait, but question, Grace.
Yeah.
So if she's gonna, will it do it for all magical items? Because I feel like there's something going on with that dagger too, or is it just, does it have to be just for one thing?
I think it's for one thing at a time, but you
Okay,
can do
I'm
it
sorry.
more than once, I think. So if you want to try it with both, you certainly can.
I mean, I think you should do the amulet first, and then maybe we can see. But I definitely
Yeah.
want to try.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do. Yeah, I could do another one.
For sure. So you do legend lore on this amulet, and your eyes kind of go wide as this information is kind of beamed into your brain. This was an amulet designed by, I've already forgotten their name, by Lionette Durand, as the letter kind of states. And its sole purpose in its invention is to keep the effects of the curse of the dogwood at bay, for whoever is wearing it.
Oh,
So it's to protect them from this curse indefinitely.
we should definitely take that.
We should take that with us for show. For show.
The magic kind of hums softly from it.
Like whoever has the lowest health should be wearing that. We can just be swapping it back and forth.
Or the lowest wisdom score, because I think I've been asking for wisdom scores from you guys to determine the effects of the curse.
Let's see how it is. Who's the lowest wisdom score? Where's everybody at? Health wise, wisdom score. I have 14 for wisdom, and it's not my primary. How about you guys?
I have 16 with modifier 2, and it's my primary.
Wisdom's 15 for me.
So
And
I'm the dumbest of all of you, is what we're saying?
Yes.
It's
I'm
fun
just
to
a big
be.
dumb
Not
person.
dumb, just not wise.
I know.
You
I'm
probably
just
are really, you could be really book smart.
In fact,
Just kidding. I'm not
Yeah.
actually the make.
Oh my gosh.
Can I put the? That's my way of saying. Can I put the amulet on? Because I think I have the slowest amount of health and hit points, and I also think I'm the least wise.
that is up to the party.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
I mean, maybe in times of trial we can like all hold the amulet together, like
Oh,
put our
for sure. But I think, yeah, I'm
Put
gonna
it-
use.
put it on.
Dang is protected by the amulet.
And then I would love
Look
to
at
do
my
a check on the bone handled dagger.
Yeah, so go
Yeah.
ahead and give me another legend lore check, please.
First thing I noticed is it's made of bone.
It's bone.
I rolled a 20, bitches. I mean,
Hey,
Go!
thought we were running a family game here, Rachel.
Do not fucking swear on the Troll Lord channel. Oh my god.
irony of Rachel always being like, Carly,
Curly, don't.
Carly, you're such a potty mouth. Don't, you're gonna be, and then all bombs.
Oh wow. So with the natural 20, you get that this dagger is not exceptional in any way. It's not really magical. It's not a legendary weapon of like particular strength. It was used to kill, I keep forgetting their name, Lionette Durand. This was a murder weapon. You get that information for sure.
Still take it though. I mean, it's a weapon.
And the hand that wielded it was tinged with madness when it was used.
With
So
the magic.
Okay.
Okay.
looks like potentially the person holding it could have been cursed by something.
Does that permeate into the handle? Can I sense that from my check or?
Yeah, you sense from your check with the natural 20, it has no lingering kind of malicious magic on it.
So then maybe I'll pick it up and put it in my little sack.
You can add a bone-handled hunting knife to your inventory. Is it made of Jeff's other hand?
Oh, Jeff.
Oh, Jerry.
Oh wait, I'm like, yeah, was it Jeff or Jerry?
Wait, Jeff is a second servant who has like their left hand missing, and Jerry has his right hand
Jerry's
missing.
the one with his right hand missing. Jeff is the one with his left hand missing.
They always stand next to each other.
Love it.
Yeah, perfect.
I love it. Wait, wasn't there other weapons? I just want to loot
No, you're
those
good.
bodies.
There was nothing. There were no other weapons really in this house. There is other stuff if you want to like look, kind of turn this place over and see what's here. I'll say like no check necessary. You find some basic things like rations that are like non-perishable.
Wonderful.
You find more and more, having like read this person's letter, you get the feeling that maybe this must have been like Lionette Duran's house, because there's a great many like unfinished kind of like projects and enchantments and vials that are now dry with liquid having evaporated out of them and stuff like that.
Oh.
You get the sense that this person was like some sort of researcher. But I guess if there's anything specific that you're looking to find, like
Is there anything specific we're looking to find, ladies?
I mean, I'm always looking for a snack, but
We got some rations.
we do have some rations.
Is there any red string laying around?
any red string.
Should we check the dental of the bones?
The dental bones and their pockets
Yes.
and their see if they're also I knew Ulissa had put the string in her bra, so we need to check everyone's underwear.
These are guys. I
Too
mean,
far.
you just want to look at their bones.
You already found the only
wanna look
bone
at
in the
their
place.
Okay, first of all, do they have nice butts?
Aren't they just bones?
Give me a wisdom check
What
to
is the
roll
closest
for
you can
bones and
figure
butts.
Sorry, what?
Give me a wisdom check to roll for bones and butts.
Okay, I rolled an
Bones
8.
and butts. Bones and butts and bones and butts.
Bones and butts.
I rolled an 8, and I have plus 1, so I rolled 9 for the butt bone check.
A lot of nice butts. Not a lot of red string. There's no red string here.
Let me see if there's any spell that I can do.
Maybe we found what everything in this place. We need to go to another place. We don't have much time.
Could be.
Could be.
I feel like
A different house than where we were going to sleep. Is that correct? I missed that part of the...
Yeah, we gotta go back
Yeah.
to the hot tub.
I don't know if y'all would want to sleep in a house with like corpses in it.
I don't.
I'm like,
I know that.
Why are you like, yeah, I don't want to sleep in that.
Proxima
Let's
Rising
go back,
says, you
get the
seek.
coos,
Mountain Dew Code
Feel-
Red.
feel Carly's sleepy, as is Orb, and we'll just wind down. We're close to closing it out. We gotta talk.
Yeah.
It
It is about that time.
Let's
about-
roll back to the house that's next to the hot tub. We'll do our nighttime hot tub ritual, and then we'll get in the bed and go to bed.
Beautiful. You do so. Just to set the scene a little bit of this like house that you guys find, it also bears evidence of having been like boarded from the inside, and it also
Oh.
has evidence of having been broken into and those boards
Oh,
being
geez.
smashed through long ago. But likewise, it is also abandoned. You get the cobwebs out and all that stuff, and this place looks pretty cozy by the time you guys are done and ready for bed.
It just needed a woman's touch.
Male living spaces.
We,
Dust and
we have
cobwebs and
candles
corpses.
going in there.